I am so excited about this one. Oh my gosh, you guys. So excited. Stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome to today's video. My name is Heather. If you're new, thanks for stopping by. This channel is all about the things that we do on a regular basis and how that affects our lives. So that is gonna be product reviews and makeup tips and parenting tips, a few dog tricks that I've learned here and there. In fact, I just did a video on how to get your dog to stop jumping and barking, and it's fabulous. Check it out if you haven't seen it. Today, we are doing another keto recipe, and I'm telling you, you guys, my family has said that besides the coconut cream pie recipe that I did, that's their #1 favorite thing I've ever made. This one is a very close second. Want to know what it is? Stay tuned and let's do this. Okay, so first and foremost, I got this inspiration from the YouTube channel Keto For Real People. She came up with a dough that you could, in her video, you air fry, and she had a different filling for it and all of that. And I just thought, oh my gosh, I need to try this out and tweak this and make something of my own from it. So the original dough recipe minus 1 ingredient is hers, and she deserves credit for it. So go and check out Keto For Real People, and it's her 4-ingredient miracle dough, I think is what it is. But check that out because it's a game changer. Now what I did was added some salt to it because I feel like it needed a little bit of a kick. It doesn't have a lot of flavor on its own. And then the rest of this is all of mine. And oh my gosh, you guys, keto jalapeno cream cheese poppers that are to die for. To die for. Check it out.
Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is get shredded mozzarella cheese. I'm doing a double batch here, so there's more than you would be. Then you're going to use Philadelphia cream cheese. Then you're going to put in the lupin flour in a different bowl. These are going to be your dry ingredients. Whole psyllium husks. And then, of course, I add some salt for flavor. Then you're going to want to stir that until it's totally combined and set it aside. In another bowl, I'm making the filling with this cream cheese and jalapenos. I just use the diced jalapenos in the can because the juice gets in there and it infuses all that cream cheese. Just put it however hot that you want it and then mix it all together, and that's your filling. Super easy, awesome stuff. Next, I'm taking some parchment paper and making 4 squares out of it. That's what I'm going to use on my tortilla press to keep the dough from sticking to my tortilla press. If you don't have one of these, you can roll it out and use a knife or a pizza cutter and make triangles or squares or whatever shape out of these you want. I just find that the tortilla press makes it perfect every time. Okay, so we're going to melt the cheese and stir it together, and you can do this as many times as needed. Just do it a minute or 30 seconds at a time and stir it until it's completely combined. Add in your dry ingredients and stir that as well. You may find that you need to throw this in the microwave again for another 20 to 30 seconds just until it can get completely combined. You don't want to see any lumps of flour in this. It needs to be completely mixed together and smooth and one color all the way throughout. You're gonna have to get your hands dirty with this one. Take your rings off and just get in there and knead it all together to combine it. You'll see here in a second that I do put it into the microwave because it just got a little bit too cool and does not combine super well when it's too cool. But be careful because when you take it out of the microwave, it is hot. Don't burn your fingers here. Give it a second or two to just cool off a minute and then continue to knead it until it is totally incorporated. Hot! Okay, now that it's incorporated, we're going to put a piece of parchment paper down. Grab just a rounded chunk of it. I ended up rolling these into balls about 1 inch in diameter. Put another piece of parchment paper on top and then press it down. That's going to give you a nice even circle, just like a little miniature tortilla. There it is, and then you're ready to stuff it. If it's thicker on one side of it, just press it down a little bit. Sometimes those things are not exactly perfect. This is about a teaspoon full here of filling. Make sure you don't overfill it and that you can actually close it together. And then I'm just going to fold it in half and pinch the edges together so that it is stuck together. And then I used a fork to just kind of press it down and make it prettier. You don't have to do that at all. There it is. And then you're just going to repeat. If you find that the dough gets cool, then you can throw that bowl into the microwave for 10 seconds and it will warm them up just enough to where it is pliable again. You don't want it so cold that it just kind of turns back into cheese and it cracks. So you want it to be able to flatten out without cracking. Just repeat that until all of those are done. Voila. Next, into the fryer. Now this first time I did 4 and they tended to stick together. That's too many for my size of a fryer. You can bake these, you can put them in an air fryer, however you want to do it. I just find that putting them into this fryer just made them just delicious and crispy, but that was too many at a time. What I do is kind of go up and down so that as the cheese melts, if there's any filling that was gonna come out, because sometimes when you fry things the filling comes out, if you pump it up and down just a little bit gently, that melts the dough together and kind of seals in the filling. And so it kind of helps that way rather than just dunking it in. These do not take long at all. I probably dunked it in there 50 times, I think I counted, but it's not even, 30 seconds or 45 seconds. It really does not take long at all to get these done. And once they get nice and golden brown, as you can see them turning here, they come out, dump them out in a rack. Sometimes they do stick to that bottom there, and you might have to gently kind of poke the other side to pull them off. It does have a little bit of a learning curve, but this is your result. They're crispy, crunchy, yummy.
Infused with jalapeno. It's really good.
What do you think of these? Good? Super yummy.
Over there.
Okay, so you guys, you can definitely air fry these. I'm pretty sure you could bake these. You do need to be careful, if I didn't say that in the other part of the video, that it'll stick to the bottom of a frying pan if you're not careful. So you kind of got to move the oil around, you kind of got to move it around, tweak it a little bit. There's a bit of a learning curve on making these, but they're so worth it. And they stay crispy and hot for a long time. You can cook the entire batch and then still have them be warm. They're just so good. They don't need any dipping sauce. I put a dipping sauce with it in the photo. It's an avocado ranch that I made, which is great, but they're just so good on their own. They really don't need anything. So I really hope that you will try this out. This dough can be adapted to do kind of an Asian chicken egg roll or, beef and cheese. Whatever you want to put in this will work. I'm gonna try some other stuff, and if I find another really great one, I'll post it. So I've used lupin flour before on multiple occasions, and I love it. It's very versatile, but just keep in mind, it's nut-free, which is great if you have a nut allergy. However, it is a legume, and it comes from the peanut family, and so if you have a peanut allergy, just be aware you need to be careful with this flour. Try it out, see if it affects you, just eat a little tiny bit and see. I have no problem with it. And sometimes I've actually been a little bit sensitive to peanuts. So I have no problem with it, but it's just a disclaimer so that you are aware, since a lot of people have not heard of lupin flour. I get mine on Amazon. I'll have a link in the description box below so that you can check it out. Okay, so that's it for today's video. I hope that you found this informative. I hope you will check out this recipe. And if you have learned something or benefited from this video, please give the video a thumbs up. And if I've earned a subscribe, hit the subscribe button and the bell so you're notified of videos I post, which happens every Tuesday and Thursday. Otherwise, I hope you're having a great day. Stay inspired, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya!